Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Freddy and today I am going to talk about the books that I will be reading for Women in Translation Month. And August is Women in Translation, and I must say that I feel really excited about this because this theme is something that I would say is so me. Like, I just love books by women writers, and I love translated works as well. I think that books written by female authors tend to be something that I can vibe with, I can identify with, I can relate to. Yeah, not to say that I don't like writings by male authors as well, but I find that most of the books that I like are written by female authors. So statistically speaking, if I read a book written by a female author, there's a big chance that I'm gonna like it. So this is gonna be a short video because I'm gonna talk about the TBR that I have kind of set up for myself. So the first one is a book originally written in Japanese, and it's called Convenience Store Woman. This book was written by Sayaka Murata, and the translator of this book is Ginny Tapley Takemori. So this book was published in Japanese in 2016, and the translation I think was published in 2018. So Convenience Store Woman, I'm not sure what it's going to be about, so I'm just going to take a guess. Has a really quirky cover, so I think it's going to be a quirky story. So I think it's going to be about this woman who works at a convenience store, and she is kind of at an age where, I don't know, she's supposed to have a relationship or a family or something like that. And she has been receiving pressure from people around her, but you know, she's the kind of person who kind of knows what she wants. So I think that's what it's about, and the main character's name is Keiko. And yeah, I think there are lots of comments, like really nice comments on the cover of this book. So I'm really curious whether it's gonna be as good as they say it is. So the second book that I chose is also a book written by an Asian author. This one is pretty close to Japan. It's from South Korea. This book is written by Kyung-Sook Shin, and it's called I'll Be Right There. Based on the blurb, I think this book is kind of the plot is a little bit complicated. The main character's name is Chung-Yoon, and she is highly literate 20-something woman. She receives a distressing phone call from her ex-boyfriend, and things happen, and she revisits certain crazy stuff from her past, I think. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna know more about this book anyway when I get into it. So this book is translated by Sora Kim Russell from the Korean. Next book is a recent purchase that I made. So this one is by Olga Tokarczuk, Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. I think, you know, out of all the books that I have in this video, this is probably one of the most dramatic titles due to its length. But I think the book after this is also going to be quite dramatic. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. This book was published in the year 2009. And the translator for this book was originally in Polish. It is Antonia Lloyd-Jones. And this book, it seems to be about a woman named Janina who lives in a remote Polish village, and she is studying astrology. So that's kind of interesting. And one day there's a dead neighbor, and soon there are more bodies. the things are gonna be quite strange. Has this the blurb is promising me something really interesting, so I hope it does not lie to me. I hope I'm not gonna feel cheated by this. I hope we're gonna form a really good relationship, a long-lasting one, hopefully. Yeah. Future prospects with my books. You know, I like to think of myself as having relationship with my books because I only have my books. Anyway, next one is a book by a French author, Marguerite Duras, and this one is called The Ravishing of Lloyd-Jones. So yeah, like I said, this one is definitely quite dramatic, and let's just see how you do that. The Ravishing. Okay, forget about that. So, you could just kind of erase that image from your brain. This book was published in, let me see, 1964 in French, and the translation was made in 1966. So the translator for this book is Richard Seaver. And this book is also quite interesting. So you have this woman whose name is Lloyd-Jones, and she is a young woman, beautiful young woman, securely married. She kind of have a comfortable life, and she's a voyeur. Ooh, and she kind of let me see what happens here. She kind of returns with her family to a town where some crappy stuff has happened to her before, and she kind of she arranges a rendezvous for her friend Tatiana and Tatiana's lover, and she arranges to spy on them, and then she goes one step further. ... I'm not sure what is she doing by going one step further. You know, she already arranged the meetup between these two people, so yeah, I'm not sure what she's gonna do. Maybe she's gonna cook for them? I don't know. Maybe she's not gonna cook for them. So that's why I'm really interested to see what she's gonna do. Like, oh my gosh, I just can't. You know, this is really exciting. I really want to know what Lloyd-Jones is going to do with Tatiana and her lover. So that's it for all of the books that I chose for myself in Women in Translation Month. This is a really, really lovely theme. I actually have more books by, you know, more translated works by female authors that I would love to talk about, but I think it's gonna be too much. So I'll see you again in another video. So yeah, more single book reviews to come, more stupid videos to come. But, you know, not sure when the time will be, so I'm talking too much. Okay, bye-bye and see you again later.